Welcome to Daisha Breedlove Presents. Now, for those of you that are new to the show, every week I like to touch base on inspirational topics with inspirational guests who can help make your life a better one. And I have definitely missed you guys. I know it's been a while since I've been on camera and been able to talk to you guys with the inspirational guests, but we're going to update that in another episode, and I'll update you guys on all the changes and positive shifts that came into my life. But the topic today is how to enter our It Girl era. As we know, 2025 is approaching, and we got a lot of positive things that are going to be going on in 2025. So again, that's going to be in another episode. But my guest today, she is a host, she is a model, and she is also a motivational speaker. And her name is Krystal Sastre. And we're going to meet her today and hear all about her journey to success and what keeps her going and motivated, as she is also an It Girl. So let's meet her today. Krystal, thank you for joining us. Okay, your energy was always so positive. Now, me and you originally met at the Modern Day Wife event, okay, where you were able to try the lipstick, which is It Factor Global, and you was looking stunning in it. But now, me and Krystal are actually both hosts at the bag party, so we ran into each other for a second time. As soon as I seen you, I remembered you because your energy was that divine. So I was happy to have you on the show today to touch base on our topic, which is entering your It Girl era. As we know, an It Girl is somebody who walks in purpose. She is intentional, she's spiritual, she's kind, and she uplifts everybody in her surroundings, and you are definitely an It Girl. So I want to sit down with you today and touch base on the topic and just get to know Krystal. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, for those who do not know Krystal, tell us where you were from and what inspired you to move to LA.
Well, I'm from Puerto Rico.
Nice.
Beautiful island.
I love Puerto Rico.
I invite you to go over there. Do you went?
Yeah, I actually went there this year in July. I was there.
Do you like it?
Loved it.
Oh my God.
The food was top tier.
Amazing. Okay?
Yes.
I'm going back, I think, next year to actually eat because it's been a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much back in Puerto Rico, I studied communication after, college, all the drama stuff. I graduated with a communication degree.
Nice.
I was able to actually pursue my career for a while. And then, I don't know if you knew, but in Puerto Rico, we had a hurricane disaster.
I did not know about that.
All right. So that was like back in 2018, I will say.
Uh-huh.
So that happened. Pretty much my family and I, we lost everything. So we needed to move to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We moved to Florida. We started back again from scratch, and I am a communicator everywhere I go. So in Florida, it went well too. So I was actually super blessed as well. I was doing a lot of modeling stuff, very good career over there. But then after a while, I was having a lot of invitations from productions in LA. And so I was like traveling back and forth.
So you were international. Like they knew you in LA from Puerto Rico already.
Yeah, no. I was already in Florida when that happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when I was in Florida already, they started calling me for a few productions from LA. I was doing a lot of modeling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a year that I see myself like 6 times traveling for LA, and most of the time I needed to cost the flight first, and then they reimburse it, but it's a little bit costly, and I just consider, I was like, maybe if I just move to LA, it's better.
Yeah.
And actually that's what I did, and it's being a blessing.
Wow.
After that.
Okay. So it was really the hurricane that happened over there, which made you leave Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you always knew, you wanted to, you seen yourself like living somewhere else.
Yeah, actually, when I was younger, I always dreamed to be in New York. So that It Girl, we're gonna talk a little bit about that.
Right.
Okay. New York is like my favorite city.
Yeah.
But then when I meet LA, I got in love, girl.
Yeah, the weather, the lifestyle.
This is just like
paradise.
Me,
Yeah,
like
and you're from Puerto Rico, so it's similar.
It's very similar. It's very similar. The people is very warm. I love it. It's beautiful here.
Nice. Okay. So I guess that kind of goes into my next question. Did you always know you would be in the public eye growing up, or was it something that was a shocker for you? And if so, what traits would you say you kind of noticed growing up along the way? Because I feel like as a child, you always see like glimpses of different things that kind of show you your purpose. So what would you say, was it like a shocker to you that you are on screen every day?
Well, pretty much when I was younger, I was never like looking forward to be like in the public eye. I was always looking forward to help someone. Like, hey, okay, we need to do this. All right, let's do a team. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to do this. Okay, let's find the people. Let's make it happen. Even since when I was a young people, like when I was in elementary, I created like a club that it was called the Girls in Blue.
Aww.
And we were like,
yeah,
we were like doing like every month we were doing like little parties, and we were saving for those parties. And this is like 6th grade.
Wow.
And when I started doing that, high school, love life, I got distracted, But after that, college came. I got a little bit more serious. In college, I was studying communication. I had the opportunity to visit TV studios, radio studios. So I had the opportunity to actually experience big stuff.
Yeah.
And I also had the opportunity to create something like this.
Wow.
And this brings me back memories. Because a few weeks ago, one of the kids one of the guys that was studying with me, we actually built a show like this. It was called The Friend Code.
Nice.
In Spanish, it's El Código de Amigos. And then it was like 6 hosts and interviewing different celebrities in different departments, like sports, like news, like empowerment, like entertainment. Like we had like a little local news thing, but in YouTube. And it was super cool. But we were like talking a little bit about it 2 weeks ago, and he was like, girl, you were so in the future. Like right now, everyone is doing that.
Yeah.
And when you did it, nobody supported you because no one understood it.
Yes.
And now it's like everywhere. I'm like, this is amazing. And being here, having the opportunity to actually seeing this, Daisha, this is amazing. What you're doing, it's amazing.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And can I just say I love her accent? Like every time you say my name, she's like, Daisha, I love it. But I do believe, and that's amazing because I feel like you got to pay attention to different signs along the way and different things that interest you, because that is part of your purpose of what you're meant to be doing. And look at where we are today. I would get in trouble for talking. So just to I was like, okay, so it makes sense that I would be into communication. So that's funny. I love that. That's amazing. So, okay, my next question is, what would you say has been your greatest accomplishment so far and why?
That people always, when we talk about accomplishments, we get material. Like most of the time it's like, oh, I reached this, or I moved to this big house. And yes, I want to have good stuff. But I feel like my biggest accomplishment in my life is literally right now, what I'm doing right now. Like, I am knowing myself. I am actually taking time to know who Krystal Sastre is. And I feel like that's one of my biggest accomplishments. Yeah. Because coming from a culture that we always look for approval. Right. Like, am I beautiful? Am I good enough? Am I doing this right? Am I sitting down the proper side? Like, am I eating correctly? Like we're always trying to look for approval. Right. And I am in a period of my life that I don't care. I'm like, you're just doing you. I am so into knowing who I am right now. Yeah. That all those loud voices outdoors are not reaching. Yeah. And I feel like I accomplished something huge that so many women
Would dream
and
to
even
do.
men
Yeah.
are dreaming to actually have. And it's actually having peace within himself. You know, no matter what you did in the past, no matter who hurt you or who you hurt,
Right.
like you feel at peace, you know,
Yeah.
like that's in the past. I'm living the present. I'm building a future. And girl,
You're happy doing
the
it.
future is so
Yeah.
promising.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to look back. You know,
Right.
I
Exactly.
am so happy. I feel like that's my biggest accomplishment in life right now.
Amazing. Is knowing who you are and being tapped
Literally.
in. Literally being tapped
Absolutely.
in. Which goes into the spiritual awakening. You know, knowing who you are. And I feel like we got to go through things to actually get there. But once you know who you are and you're happy with where you are in life and your accomplishments, oh, it's so powerful.
Definitely.
It
I feel
is
like
so
we need
powerful.
to, in order to do that, we need to rock bottom.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta go through
no
the
way,
dark
like,
to get to the light. Yeah.
You're not gonna understand where you are until you're literally super down.
Yeah,
You know?
I totally agree with that.
Literally.
I totally agree with that. So that goes into our next question, which is the quote of the month for November is how to step into your it girl era, which I will do in another episode for you guys. I'm gonna do a solo episode with that. But as we approach 2025, stepping into your it girl era is being the most divine version of yourself, you know, walking in purpose, being intentional, knowing what you want, being okay with saying no, but just being tapped in, which is what you said is your greatest accomplishment so far. So outside of, you know, you being a red lippy girly, you know, but that's part of the reason why I wanted to have you on the show today, because you are a very spiritual person. You're kind. You're always smiling. You know, you communicate well with others. You're intentional. You're a woman of purpose. And that is what an it girl is. So as we go into our next question, if you could describe in your own words what an it girl is, what would you say the definition is to you?
Girl, I want to hear your answer first.
So yeah, it goes back into what I was saying. A it girl is somebody who is spiritual. She's divine. She is intentional. She walks in purpose. She's kind. You know, she knows who she is, and she's tapped in. You know, she's tapped in with her who she is as a woman, and that is what an it girl is. Like you said, she doesn't care what the outsiders say, long as she knows on the inside who she is, and she walks in purpose with that every day. That's an it girl. So
Definitely.
that's part of the reason why I wanted to come out with It Factor Global, so my ladies could feel confident and know who they are and, you know, be the most divine version of who they were created to be. You know, so that's why I wanted to have you here today to touch base on the topic.
You are having a huge purpose in this life, girl.
No. Oh, thank you so much.
It's huge. You have a very, very huge compromise, okay?
And what do you mean by that?
Like, you need to actually see it like a compromise. Like, this is your legacy, you know? Like, that's as strong as the word is not the lippy only, but the word behind, that's the strong part.
Yeah.
And that's what you're living every time that you're doing this podcast. Every time. This is amazing.
Thank you so much. So I guess she just answered what an it girl is.
Well,
you know?
pretty much, I'm gonna be honest with you. For an it girl, I'm an old style. So for me, when I hear you say it girl, it's more for me like, you know, I don't know if you saw this series. I don't want to advertise anyone, but you know, XOXO, you know,
yeah.
you know that one. It actually remind me that series. You know,
Really?
like it actually remind me that we all women actually want to actually leave that, you know, luxury part, be comfortable, even though, you know. And for me, an e-girl is that woman that can actually feel like she is luxury.
Right.
Whether any circumstances.
Yeah.
That she can actually feel comfortable being herself, looking beautiful as she wants to look at.
Right.
Anywhere she goes.
Yeah.
For me, that's an it girl.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it's not on you, it's in you.
It is within you.
Exactly.
It's literally within you.
Exactly. Okay, great. So my next question is, what is one duty, you know, that you think every woman should possess to unlock her divine feminine energy?
I believe you just need to trust in yourself, you know, and stop asking for
outside approval.
You know, like, you don't need anything else. Like, literally, you just need to actually sit down, close your eyes, and just ask yourself, what do you want? What do I want in this life?
Yeah, and that's...
Because you only got one, and it's short, let me tell you. So, yeah, that's for another podcast.
Right.
But I feel like, yeah, pretty much it's just knowing yourself and knowing what do you want in this life.
Yeah, and I would agree with that as well. Like you said, taking a minute to just quiet your surroundings. And that comes into, again, tapping in. Like meditation is something I have gotten so big doing, and that has literally saved my life. Like meditation and tapping in and quieting your surroundings, that's when you get the answers. That's when you really understand, you know, which direction you're meant to be going into, or, you know, what you're meant to be doing, or you get the yes or no answers as well. And that's how you really unlock your divine feminine. Like you really got to go within yourself. And like you said, just silence the outside noise and just tap in. And once you get to know yourself, a lot of things will become so clear cut to you. I swear.
Girl,
so clear cut. So, yeah. But again, we'll put that for another episode, briefly. But yeah, that's a good way to unlock your divine feminine. So my next question is, what is your daily routine that keeps you going every day? Because let me tell you, this girl is always smiling, always having energy on 10. Like how do you keep it going every day?
Girl, you just need to wake up and knowing that life is a gift, you know? You need to actually be happy with what you have, with the people that are around you.
Yeah.
You know, having the opportunities that others don't. Girl, you are in front of a camera every day. We are in front of a camera every day.
Yeah.
You know, like we're living a dream life. You know, like we need to be grateful about it. So I just wake up every day. I'm super excited to start the day at 5 a.m. in the morning.
No, yeah, you be texting me at 5. I'm like, okay, let me get up because Krystal is up and she is moving. You're like, good morning, Bella. Good morning, Bella.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like I cannot live during the day. I cannot live during the day without my morning routine. Like if I don't do my morning routine, I'm other person.
So what is exactly your morning routine?
So I do a little bit of everything, actually. Like I've been researching, studying, and I've been deep into the psychology of the mind, how to align your heart, your body, your soul.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it, you know, behind the scenes. I think this is the first time that I'm talking about it. So it's big for me. Pretty much I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I pray. I believe there's a God, but I actually respect everyone's religions as well.
Same.
I pray, and then I just ask him, like, help me set up for success during this day. And that's what we do, you know?
Right.
And then pretty much I do that. Then I do my affirmations. I do affirmations. Then I take 15 minutes without movement, just to visualize.
Yeah. So when you say movement, do you mean like exercise or?
Without movement.
Without movement.
You're 15 minutes
so
without
stillness.
Movement. Just still. So you're literally within you.
Right.
That's it.
So
it only matters what is in here.
Yeah.
That's
so meditation, would you say?
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's visualization. Okay?
Yeah.
You are visualizing your future.
Yeah. Tapping in. Yeah. And seeing the life you want to create.
You're getting excited of what you're building every day to get there.
And that's how you manifest it.
Girl, I'm telling you, that's why I'm always laughing, because I know where I'm going. You know, like if you know where you're going, you're unstoppable.
Unstoppable. I agree.
Yeah, so after visualization, I actually listen a lot of podcasts. And during while I'm listening a lot of podcasts, I'm actually doing my workout routine. In the meantime, I'm working out, I'm learning, and then after that, I do my shake, and I'm ready for the day.
Yeah.
You know, like
I love
super
it.
ready.
So that's what keep your energy going in the morning, because she be pumped up in the morning. I love it. And my routine is pretty much the same. I wake up now. I do 5 a.m. sometimes, depending on which time I go to bed, but I have to get 7 hours of sleep. Like if I don't get my 7 hours.
Oh, I do have my 8 hours.
Yeah. So that means sometimes I can't get to bed as early, you know? So if I go to bed later, but I have to be up by 7. So I make sure I'm in bed by no later than 11:30.
Yeah.
I wake up, I pray every morning. I also hit the gym right after I pray, because I have to have that physical, that physicalness to just get me going and have my brain just wired and ready to go. So after I do that, that's when I also meditate. I journal every day. So I, write down the 3 things that I'm grateful for. But like you said, to go back to the meditation part, you have to visualize the life that you want to create. So I visualize, I see my mansion, I see my marriage, I see my kids. Like I've already seen all this. So I'm just waiting for it to manifest in reality. But when you see it start to manifest in reality, you're like, wow, this really
when you're reading
works.
it back, okay?
Yes.
When you journal,
literally.
When I journal, I do my journal and then I go back every month to read what I wrote during that month.
See, I don't do
and
that.
And then I do it with a yellow highlighter.
Yeah.
And then I highlight everything that is being accomplished.
I love that.
Girl, you need to do it. You're going to be like, wow.
I need to go back. Nah, don't go back. I just keep looking forward.
This is amazing.
I should, because I'm like, wow, I said I was going to do this a while ago.
Yeah, and look where I'm at right now.
Yes, exactly. So after I do my journaling, that's when I listen to something motivational. Rather, that's Dr. Joe Dispenza. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
He's
tapped in. He's like very tapped in.
Amazing.
So I listen to him, R.C. Blake's, or just anything spiritual, to just get your mind going. I listen to 10 minutes of that every day. And I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. I'm driving. I'm listening to music is also
You should check out Mel Robbins.
I listen to Mel Robbins sometimes too, but not
woman.
In the morning recently. I probably should go back to him. But yeah, also like the music I listen to when I'm driving, to the back party, I'm listening to something that's pumping me up because music is a spell as well. So if you listen to things that's going to inspire you, the words that you listen to, all that to kind of keep you going as well. So that's my morning routine. But it's very powerful. Yes. So morning routines, guys, it's very, very important. Definitely. And that's also one of the ways to unlock your ego era. Mm-hmm. So the next question I got to ask as we get into it, because I know we're pressed for time, as we kind of wrap this up, actually, you already told me. So what is one thing you feel you had to overcome to get to where you are now mentally or physically? And how did you do that?
Pretty much is my morning routine.
Yeah.
And knowing, having faith. I have a lot of, I have a book that is called Proof of Faith.
Wow.
So there's every time that I feel like there's something that I cannot.
You should have brought it today.
No, girl, that's for me. That's privacy.
Oh, okay.
What's going on with you?
Oh, so this is a private book you wrote for yourself.
Of course. I feel like I encourage everyone.
I'm like, is she an author too? I had no idea.
No. I encourage everyone to do it, actually. Just take out a notebook and write proof of faith. Every time that you feel anxious, that you cannot control a situation.
Yeah.
Just put it in that book. Write it. Write it.
Like a journal.
Like a journal, but it's more like a proof of faith because you're leaving it there and you are having a proof of faith that it will be okay. I just leave it in my proof of faith book and I'm having faith that it's going to be okay.
I love that.
Girl,
I love that.
Time. I
proof
just leave
of
it
faith.
There.
Okay.
Yeah, I just leave it there in my book of proof of faith every time.
I love that.
And that actually helps me a lot to focus on the present.
Yeah.
Because most of the times we are always focusing on the future, the things that we cannot control.
Right.
And then we don't leave the present. We're not happy.
Right.
So what's the point? So instead of doing that, every time that I catch myself anxious, controlling, I just go to my proof of faith book.
Yeah. And write it down.
Live it there.
Love it.
Yeah.
Having faith is definitely something that's going to keep you going. Because it gets crazy out here in these streets, okay? It gets crazy. Okay, so as we wrap this up, what is the next thing we can expect from Krystal?
I'm just going to continue growing spiritually.
Okay. I also seen that you're a motivational speaker, so we got that coming out, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be something that is cooking on. I'm gonna be already. I have a few invitations. Thank you, Daisha.
Yes, I've seen that. If you go to her Instagram, which we will attach at the bottom of the screen, she's being humble. But this girl, she's very inspirational.
I'm saying thank you, and you don't even know why I'm saying thank you. Why? Okay, so this is the thing. Today I was supposed to be in a meeting because I got invited to be in a fashion show in Florida.
Nice, congratulations.
But not for me to walk, just to go over there as one of the models that walked before.
Yeah, it's influential.
Yeah. So I told them that I cannot do it because I had an interview. I was going to
Oh.
be in a podcast.
I appreciate that.
They emailed me. They wanted me in 2 podcasts when I go over there. I'm like,
Yes. But why?
okay.
Because your energy.
Thank you, Daisha.
Yes, your energy is magnetic. That's
Literally,
why.
I don't know what happened, but I just mentioned that I was going to be here, and that opened doors.
Wow.
So I'm grateful.
Wow. So we can definitely see her on more podcasts
Definitely.
outside of this one and doing more, motivational and inspirational speaking and hearing more about how to build your faith journal. You know?
I mean, I'm all about, right now, I'm in a spiritual journey. As I say, I'm all about myself. It sounds a little bit ego, but I don't care.
But you have to,
it's like in order to give, you actually need to
pour
be
into
full.
yourself. Yes.
You need to be full.
You have
if
to.
not, you're going to be giving sad. You're always going to be giving, but you're going to be sad.
Right.
You need to be happy in order to give.
Self-love is key. I agree.
Yeah, so for me, that's going to be my journey, and I'm just more than welcome to help anyone who wants to have that journey.
Yes.
Starting it, you can start it with me as well. And yeah, from now on, let's talk about it.
I love it. So yes, of course, I will attach all of Krystal's information at the bottom of the screen so you guys can check it out. You can also check us out at the Bag Party Monday through Friday, where we're, helping other ladies pick out gorgeous, gorgeous bags and keeping the energy positive and inspirational. So my last question is, Krystal, before you leave us today, if you could leave any entrepreneurs or any, it girls or women feeling lost, trying to find their purpose with any piece of advice, what would you say?
Well, I would say that the energy, the universe, Lord, whatever you call it, will not give you something that you cannot control, that you cannot actually surpass. All right? So hang in there. Look for guidance. It's very important to actually look for help. And you got us,
Absolutely.
You got us. Just contact us. We're going to be so glad to help you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that wraps it up for Daisha Breedlove Presents. And of course, like I said, I'm going to be having our quote of the month, which you guys can find on breedloveenterprises.com, where we talk about how to enter your It Girl era as we approach 2025. So I will see you guys on the next one. Ciao.